we are live. Good dawning and welcome to another Friday episode of Good Dawning. My name's Josh. Mr. Floyd is my handle. But yeah, welcome. So family, of course, welcome to Good Dawning with Mr. Floyd and family. You are the family. All right, welcome. How are we doing this dawning? Millie, Laura B, love you sisters and namaste. Millie, good dawn. Ooh, you're not hiding you. I hit the wrong button. There we go. All right, we don't want to hide Millie. All right. Laura B, good dawning. Suzette, Lean, Seeker of Truth, Big Dad. Welcome everybody to number 500. Good dawning. And Karen Suki down yonder street there. Thank you. Grateful. Love you, Shelly. Grateful. I don't know. Kind of out of sorts. I woke up in a really heavy space this dawning. I mean, super heavy space. I'm going to be honest. I'll be honest. It's what it is. Sometimes we don't wake up in the best, right? We're not, it's not always the goodest dawning, right? And the energies this morning were stupid heavy, and they still feel that way to an extent. And so, yeah. But in a positive note, you can climb out of it faster than when they happen, climb out of them so much faster these days. But almost not instantly, but yeah. Oh, Nathan. Is Nathan in the chat? Good dawning, Nathan. Nice to see you, Mr. Sipley. Welcome, brother. Love to see you in the chat there. Scotty. Yeah, the energies just have been heavy lately and up and down, right? Up and down. And tonight, of course, so yeah, I woke up in that heavy state. And so grateful, but yeah, I mean, let's be honest, there are a lot of us, my universe isn't exactly where I want it to be or anything. I still have financial pressures and things happening and still sitting here generally alone in Colorado outside of knowing only one person. So it's a lot of pressure, a lot of things that I want changed, but it's not up to me. So it is up to me, but yet it's not. So you just kind of have to trust and roll with it. But sometimes when you wake up and it's been a while since you've had a friend, nothing, and you can just wake up and it's just you again, and it's just like sometimes it's easier than others, but trust, right, your source. So but that's where, I'm not gonna lie, that's where I'm at. All right, so today we're gonna do a couple different things. Today we're gonna work with the emerald, so you might be feeling that as well. Working on needing to drum up some abundance here, so we're gonna work with the emerald today. This came from Chloe's Crystals, and Chloe will be live with us. Hi there, Chloe, in the dawning tomorrow, same time, same channel, just like usual, but on Saturn Day. So we will have, and if you didn't see Chloe's interview, it's in my community tab. Do check that out. We will be interviewing and shopping crystals with Chloe as well. So it may be a little longer than an hour and a half maybe, but we will discuss, see how Chloe's universe is, and sell you some amazing deals on crystals, right? I got this from Chloe. And I've never seen an emerald pillar quite so awesome. And then little quartzy spots and druzy spots in there. And not druzy, but that's as close you're going to get on an emerald, right? So beautiful. So, so we will see you tomorrow. If you want to check out Chloe's Crystals, it's at Chloe's Crystals. If you want something her to show you something tomorrow, you can always email her, chloejanemills82@gmail.com. And she will, if there's something you want to see, like, do you have? And she will show it to you tomorrow. Or she can turn around and send you pictures as well. Today we're going to do a little different. We're going to work, I do have the Goddess Isis card. It's already posted. But I'm going to pull a Kuan Yin card today. And then we'll also work with, there's a deeper shift that I know that we're all trying to make here. At least I am, and I feel it in the collective as well. So we'll work with Kuan Yin a little bit more as well, see if we can bring in some grace into our universe. And yeah, and all right. So then we have the Mind Info Oracle cards as well. I need to get another Oracle deck. I keep saying it, but at some point I will. And so you'll see it. But so if I end up in Boulder this weekend, I might do that. But all right. Don't need the face card for Kuan Yin. So let's go ahead and pick a Kuan Yin card for today and see what we get. Fatima, good dawning. Fatima released a video, John clearing the snow in part 2 to this dawning. I saw, I haven't watched it yet, but I saw that there was a new video. All right. So we're going to cut these into 3. This is Kuan Yin. We're just going to draw one card and see what grace we can find for ourselves. A lot of us, like I said, It's like the end of the clearing of the soup before we get into the new. And so for a lot of us, it may feel a little heavy. It's also helpful to put the Kuan Yin introduction cards and such in the right box, not in the Mind Info Oracle box. All right, so let's see what we get here. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. All right, we'll take the bottom card. I like using the bottom card, right? A lot of us were last picked and whatnot, so we take the bottom card. This one I can show too, right? About 30% of these cards are bare-chested, and even if it's an artist's description, even if you're showing, famous works of art, YouTube ain't so keen on that. So here's the face of the card first. This is Kuan Yin, and I will read us the card. You can see the divine grace. Now you can grind or ground out whatever you are looking to see, ground into the card. There we go, and see what you are looking for within the card. And all right, so I'll hold this up and read it. A veil of shadows. A lotus blossoms from the deep, rich mud, into which she plunges her roots and draws great nourishment. From the mud, made of water and earth, growth happens and great beauty is revealed. Your soul, lotus, thrives in depths of emotion and aliveness of your body, into which she can plant herself and unfold as a lotus of light. So that fits really well with the Temple of Black Obsidian that I posted from Goddess Isis. So you want to check out the temple. Yeah, I think it's the Temple of Black Obsidian from Goddess Isis. So if you want to check that out, this card matches in every which way the card that we pulled from Goddess Isis today as well. So a lot of us, like I said, are waking up and feeling a little mucky and gunky and need to use that tube, right, to clear the muck and gunk, as Victor would say. So even Kuan Yin realizes that we need to clear some muck and gunk this dawning. So let's see what we get from the Mind Info Oracle cards. We'll shuffle these real quick and see what we get as well. This is going to be the energetics for the week and for today, Saturday, and Sunday, what your universe wants to show you. All right, and if you need a direct and more in-depth reading, you can always, like for yourself directly, this is just basic group energetics. But if you have questions on what's going on in your universe and are unsure, even with your handle and heart, you can always check out Laura B, right, at letspiritguide.com, or you can email Laura at letspiritguide.com. She can set you up with a Oracle/Tarot session, either by email, Zoom, and you can change your universe and figure out what's blocking you. But just for basic energetics for this weekend, we take the bottom card as what we're looking to achieve, and then the top 3 cards as the energetics to get there. So let's see what we got here. All right, so the first one is, again, my situation. Ask for help. So how many of you guys need help in your universe? You need to kind of reach out. Ask for help. Don't just sit there, right? Reach out to those in your universe and ask for help. If you are being asked to request help from another, and of course, help also means from your higher self, too. Do not forget to include your higher self, source, your archangels, your personal guide, whomever he, she, or they can be a they, right? Not of human nature, could be as well, right? And you can always call and ask for help from Sasquatch, whoever your animal totems are or your spirit animals are. Of course, the dragons are always there. Every time I say the dragons, so my mom had friends, Carol and Lee Dragon, right? That was literally there. And so I think of them. And yeah, they're Kegerator, and this is like 1983, right? Driving around their Monte Carlo SS, their brown Monte Carlo SS. They were half drunk and stoned. Fun stuff. All right. Yeah, so they come whenever I think of the dragons. It's like poof, Carol Dragon comes from Dave. I think it was actually Carol and Dave Dragon. There we go. They come into play. All right. So fresh start. Ask for help. Wow, you were looking to create a fresh. I'll put these together here. Fresh start. You're given the opportunity to be born again or to begin again. Fresh start. And the second card then is protect. You're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. And if a lot of us in the collective, I don't know about you, but I felt pretty woken up this morning. I felt pretty, and so yeah, protect your energies for sure. I feel there may have been some SSP connections to that, but I haven't remembered yet. Okay. A Sasquatch, yeah. Then all you have to do, Karen, is to ground into Sasquatch. And of course, Karen's in Colorado, so Sasquatch plays hide and seek everywhere in Colorado. When you turn your head to the left and there's a metal Sasquatch on somebody's barn, or a Sasquatch on the back of a Subaru Crosstrek, which is like the car of Colorado, or wherever Sasquatch makes himself known. All right, so we can't use this card. This is the spread, how to make a spread. So we'll take the next one. All right, create. So sometimes you don't know you're going to get the face card, like the how to use the deck card. We'll put that on the bottom when you shuffle it in by accident. All right, so the create. So it's asking us to ask for help, right? So first thing you got to do is ask for help. And help includes other people, your higher self. Ask yourself to help yourself as well. Then we have fresh start, protect, and create. So you take a fresh start. Protect your energies and what you are and create, of course, what you are creating as well. So energies for this weekend. And again, a lot of us have been going through the soup there. And so the Kuan Yin Oracle card matches the Isis Oracle card almost to the letter in a lot of ways. And so do check that out. If you're going through the soup, of course, remember everything shall pass. This too shall pass. But every energy you've ever had has gone through you. Just don't ground into it, right? If you don't ground into the energy and you let the energy flow through you, or you try to maybe sit down and let it just be, right? Don't even try to grind into it. Just let it be. It's not easy sometimes when you have energies flowing through you just to let them be and let it flow through you. Sometimes we want to react or act on it, and it's not easy to do that. So if you do react, I would give you props for however long you can hold out before you do react, if that's the case. But yeah, and it's not, once you are aware of all of these things and you're out of your patterns, and when the energies come in, that's when you feel them, right? So you're now out of your old patterns where this was just your normal. And so when the energies start to come in, any weird energies, any energies of old feelings or lack or what have you that come in, aloneness, what have you, and those energies are there, it's kind of like they're glaring because they weren't. It's not a daily thing. It's not like it's always part of my frame anymore. Generally speaking, I'm pretty well balanced. And each day goes on, I get a little bit, I feel a little bit like 1/1,000,000th more balanced, right? But there are those days where we're going to wake up and feel like we've been knocked off our rocker, right? Like we're stuck on an upside down roller coaster, or the Ferris wheel's rolling downhill and we're on it, right? It is about the last dream I actually remember having. I was on a Ferris wheel and it broke free from the tube and it started rolling. And I was on the Ferris wheel and it rolled down this giant hill. And that's the last dream I actually remember. It was forever ago. But yeah, so either way, if we feel that way, then it's not to ground into it, but to realize that it will pass, but to let it flow through you and sit in it is not always easy. Nathan C is on tomorrow morning right here on. She is on. Yeah, tomorrow morning we're going to do a couple channel updates here. So quick update or two. I got peak. Guys got you here at the peak numbers, right? So tomorrow in the dawning. Tonight is nothing. Tomorrow in the Truth Wave, 9:45, right? Tomorrow in the dawning, though, will be Chloe. Same time, same channel, about an hour and a half. We're going to talk with Chloe, see how her universe is. We're going to sell some crystals. If you want a crystal from Chloe, you can email her directly at chloejanemills82@gmail.com. If there's something you want to see on the show, you can ask her that as well. You can check out her YouTube at Chloe's Crystals, and you can check, see what she's got for sale now from her latest videos. You can go to my channel and go to the lives and see where our last live was and see what wasn't purchased if there's something you want. But either way, Chloe is amazing. Her prices are amazing, and we will have her awesome soul. She's an amazing person, too. We will have her brightening the show in our universe tomorrow in the dawning. Then tomorrow night, I will be on, and I will post that on the community page today, is I will be on Lucky Stone 888. I will be on his channel tomorrow night at 6 p.m. on Lucky Stone's channel to discuss just general topic of spirituality and whatnot, kind of a free flow discussion. So if you want to check that out, I would certainly be grateful. And then Sunday is Krista at 7 p.m. Eastern time as well. And of course, all in between Truth Wave. And Sunday morning, we meet with Adam at the Tarot time. But yeah, so kind of a busy. And then Tuesday, Laura will be live with us again. If you're doing Akashic practice with us, if you have, we do have space maybe to take one or two more on Sunday night. But otherwise, myself, Rooted Willow, and Rossi, and Millie will be doing the Akashic practice again, maybe for the last time, maybe not. We might meet every Sunday night. We don't know. But at least for now, we're doing it this Sunday. And so we will see you if you emails will go out over the weekend. If you want to jump in, I think we can take 2 or 3 more at the most. You can email me at Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com. We don't have as many as last time set up so far, but and if you were last time and you want to join again, send me an email, Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com, and I will get you in. But yeah, so emails will go out this week. Neil, I got your email, so Neil will be there. We will send everything goes out this weekend. So yeah, and again, so join us Sunday with or Saturday with Chloe and her amazing crystals, and of course this piece of citrine that I have for abundance. Right, I've been carrying it, and so far, gratefully. Really, the abundance comes from within you, but I've been more balanced financially than I have been in a while. So I keep this in my cargo pocket on the daily, and all the other protection and stuff is up here. But yeah, so let's do some invocation. It is Friday, right? Goddess Frida. So yeah, Friday is named after Goddess Frida. I think Millie, if you go into her page, Millie de la Predia, if you go into Millie's page and scroll down to on the community page, you will see Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And Thursday listed as the days of the week and their originations and spells and what not to do for Goddess Frida Day, or Frida, Goddess Frida, I think that's it, on Friday, right? So check that out, and Goddess Frigga, maybe. I don't know if I'm mispronouncing that, but probably. But you can check that out as well on the Millie's page, and check her community tab there. And you just have to scroll down a little bit, and of course, you want to help raise her beach short. I don't know how beach short gets less than 100 views, but what have you. But if you want to check out Millie's beach short, please do so as well. Give that a tag. And yeah, it's weird how somebody going to the beach gets less than 100 views on a short. Generally, anybody with water gets a decent amount of views. So yes. Oh, Adam, thank you. And Millie got Adam tonight as well. It's a busy week. Adam goes live sporadically, so I don't always remember. Thank you for the remembrance, Millie. So Adam will be live tonight at 7 p.m. On his channel as well to discuss the new moon and whatnot. And if you missed Jared's Fire Homa, crazy, Jared's Fire Homa last night, which was also the sealant and the ending of Shiva Vatri. There we go. I gotta say it in my head and then say it out loud. Shiva Vatri. So, and he's been up since Monday. So if you want to watch that, I'm sure Favor, he got some sleep last night. But he was, as of yesterday, up since Monday doing his Fire Homa. So big love and favor to most dedicated Jared there as well. So check that out as well. And it's linked on the community tab, or you can go to Huda. But good luck. If you type in @Huda, even at that, it won't show up because you'll see the Who and 8,000 million pages. So just go to my tab. I think it's on Millie's page as well, either one. You can tag that and see Jared's Fire Homa, even if you see it now versus, it'll still work. And tonight is the grand planetary, the alignment of the planets, 45 minutes approximately after sunset. I'll be boxed in on Main Street. So I live in the biggest open sky place in, pretty much in the world. And but I'll be boxed. I can see all the way down to Pikes Peak, which is 130 miles, right, from my house. Standing in the right angle in my kitchen, I can see all the way down to Pikes Peak, from basically from Fort Collins, almost kind of, all the way down to Colorado Springs. That's top to bottom of the state. So yeah, but I'll be wedged in on Main Street, so I may not get the best view of the planetary alignment. And if you don't see Neptune and Pluto other than little dots and go, is this aligned? That's about the best you're going to get, because they're so far away. So if you have binoculars, it'll look more grandly aligned. So take your binoculars out with you tonight. But remember, though, if you're seeing that, 2 things. Keep this all in mind. They like to tell us lots of crazy stuff, right? And they told us that we're at the front of the cue ball, theoretically. If you look at how the All the planets are strung out behind planet Earth. We are the front of, right, facing the sun. You watch any YouTube over the past 6 months, they're all telling you X, Y, and Z and these meteorites and meteors and rocks because we're taking the brunt, right? Have you seen anything? No. Remember, what they tell you isn't always the case. And yeah. So as we sit there in the front of the cube, like the cue ball, in front of all of the planets facing the sun, theoretically, you would think that we're not shielded from all the Nope, nothing's happening. So just keep that all in mind. But so yeah, when you go out tonight, take your binoculars with you, and otherwise you won't really make. You can make out the line, but Jupiter or Mars or Neptune. There we go. Neptune and Uranus will be a little bit faint. But if you have binoculars, you can run the line. But it will shift after a while, so it'll fall out of alignment. If you want to catch it again, the 25th of August, there'll be 6 planets aligned, so you can recap -1. I don't know which one's not aligned, but so August 25th as well. PG, good dawning to PG up in Montreal, Canada. It sounds better if you say like Montreal, but Montreal, Canada. The 51st state. No, just kidding, right? No, but who knows? Anyways, right? PG has the best laugh, raises my vibe. Yeah, totally. And again, PG, you want to see PG live, check out Krista and PG. They did the Cosmic Hamburger, and I'm still waiting for my Cosmic Pizza delivery, but there we go. But either way, you can eat the Cosmic Hamburger with Krista and PG. They went live on Wednesday, but yeah, so let's do an invocation. It is the weekend, right? So let's ground into having an amazing weekend. And we're going to put all of our traumas aside this weekend, right? No traumas, no dramas. Not going to wake up in the soup, right? So favor. And if we do wake up in the soup, then we're just going to climb through it, right? Sometimes you just have to swim in it, but let it till you get to the other side. But there's always another side. And if you fall back into the soup, just let it roll right through you again, because that's all you can really do. Anything else, you're just right. Henny, where are the plans to yeah, come on down. You guys are Mikasa Ace. I say this, right? But all right. So those who wanted to ambush my apartment, you are welcome to come on down to Longmont and ambush. Really, Shelly, on the Fire Homa video? Wait, what did Shelly say about the Fire Homa there? All right, I saw the craziest thing when I went to go look last night. There was a string of lights that they saw, and that they all moved in one light and then moved away out of sight. Yeah, that's called the string of lights there, Shelly, is the most likely is Starlink. It looks like a train flying through the sky, and it'll in one move. But they're all like one line. The line's moving. It's not physically. Yeah, and it looks like a train in the sky. Most likely that could have been Starlink. I've seen Starlink a few times, and if you stare at the sky long enough, you will see Starlink, because if we're not careful, one day all you'll see is Starlink, right? They'll grid it out, and then you won't be able to tell what's stars and what's Starlink. And that's the biggest fear from astronomers with raining 5G down on our heads from satellites, right? Is the ability to continue to observe astrologically. And I'm going to leave things alone, but I do remind you that humans are pegged to. And if you can see the threads here, humans are pegged to run at the lunar cycle, right? 28 days. And it's been discussed in this chat and in this channel that 28 would equal 13 months, right? Exactly, the lunar. But nonetheless, we're also pegged to watch the sky, right? We ground into the sky. We know when Orion's showing up, it's this. And when the Big Dipper shows up, it's going to be warmer and whatnot, right? But if all you're seeing is Starlink and whatever other countries putting their system up there, Russia's got their own system, and this, that, and the other, right? So whatever you see up, you get clouded out by Starlink and everything else that they're wanting to net around the planet there. It'll be really hard for us to ground into the planets versus the stars versus the sun versus, at night, not the sun, but the Starlink and everything else. And so we may, exactly. So Stellarium, all those apps that we have on our phones are going to be real important, so you can at least, when Starlink's out of the way, right? Even Starlink, this is going to be crazy. Because they track those, right? So on Stellarium, I think it actually tracks Starlink as well. So if you pick it up, it'll tell you it's Starlink if it's showing up in your sky. So yeah, Lucky, scroll at. All right, let me see what we got. I'm scrolling. Let's see here. All right, I don't know what we're scrolling for, but it should scroll at some point. Lucky Stone, the Celtic goddess. Oh, there you go. Okay, so it's for Lucky. Counter, I haven't tapped in fully. Maybe you can join us for Akashic read on Sunday if you're interested. I will work on that. There you go. So join us, Lucky. Yeah, and if you want to join us for Akashic read, we have a couple slots. There's if Linda shows up and Rossi, there's one, two, three, four. There's five readers. So technically, we could take 10 people. If we each do two reads at 20 minutes. It'd be less than an hour. So if you want to join us, send and if they don't show up, then it could take a little longer. But everybody is free will zone. So, but yeah, so let's grind into the weekend here and see what. So my email is Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com. If you yes, he's in Denver, South Denver. If you want to check that out and do the Akashic practice for free with us, Akashic readings, you can get one from Viviani. She offers them as a service, and she's amazing and well more advanced than I'm brand new. And so, but otherwise, if you want practice with us, then join us on Saturn Day. And yeah, I apologize. Viviani was supposed to be with us on Tuesday, but she's taking another class. She's always just she's something to follow. I mean, really, the energy's. She's taking another class, which is amazing. She's learning about the soul contracts, and so they meet on Saturdays, and then they have another meeting on Tuesday nights to do practice and homework assignment, what have you. So I guess it's an extended class at that. So yeah, but we will have her back on, and then she may be able to work on soul contracts with us too. So yeah, so that would be an absolute shift there, and I am still working again when Viviani clears out here to have Viviani and Laura B on at the same to see past and present, right? To kind of combine the two and see how your past and your present with the oracle, with Laura's amazing current in her oracle, and then Viviani getting into the Akashic there could really make a huge change, right? That could be amazing. To see where you need to make changes now based on your old Akashic and stuff and your Akashic records, and where you're not in alignment with your Akashic, maybe that could be amazing stuff. So yeah, so we're going to work on eventually marrying the two together at some point on this channel and seeing how that works, because it just my gut tells me that would be an amazing deal. And yes, Viviani and I would both, yes, exactly. It just Viviani is the most busy. She's very busy, being on either YouTube, on other people's channels, or taking classes and favored to that. She's definitely my captain of her universe. So we will grab her when we can, when she has empty calendar space, and we'll get all that set up. But absolutely, Chloe, tomorrow is the same time as Good Dawning, 8:33 or 8:30 in the Dawning tomorrow, 10:30 your time, if you're East Coast, and Scotty's time would be 7:30 when most of us, when I'm technically watching Truthwave, right, or at least starting to. But Scotty's and same with Neil and Shelley in California. But yeah, so I don't know about you guys. Anybody seen Lindsay lately? We'll send some love to her. We haven't seen her, but for a minute here and there. So we're going to send some love to Lindsay. Yes, 7:30 exactly. In the California. Exactly. So let's ground into clearing some energies for this weekend. And so we're going to open up space. So we're going to just ask the universe to open space in our energy field to have an amazing weekend. We're not going to clear anything. We're just going to let in. So we're going to project into the universe positive energies to be reflected back to us over this amazing weekend. We're all going to ground into not waking up feeling like the universe is stumped, put a boot in our neck. We're not right. I don't know if I was attacked or what, but I woke up feeling as empty as I felt in a lifetime, and it was no fun. And I do that occasionally, but I know I'm not. But yeah, and you don't know if you're attacked when you're sleeping or whatnot. So, but either way, we'll clear that as well, and get set for bringing in awesome energies for the weekend and stepping into whatever amazement you want to create. I've seen Lindsay sporadically, I think, yesterday. Yeah, I saw her yesterday for like 10 minutes. She came in on the back end of something. But she hasn't been around like she used to be, so we're just sending favor to her. Of course, energies can shift, or maybe her universe. She's finding that, a way to make abundance or what have you, which would be blessed. Josh, that's been happening. Quite a few of us. It hit me and people in one day. in one of my groups a few days ago. Yeah, I don't think I know. Yeah, favor. I don't think it's the group, but I don't know. Just as we climb up, you may wake up feeling just like a punch in the gut, and it's like I don't know how to describe it. It's just yeah. But no, I know exactly what you mean there, Victor. All right, let's switch that to all messages there. Words, 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 Bonnie. All right, the new moon was brutal this month. Favor, yeah, she's right though. Don't make it any more brutal than it needs. It may feel that way, or it felt brutal, but we don't want to call. Yeah, because then I mean we'll continue to call in brutal energy, and we don't want to do that. I felt that way yesterday for sure. A little still today. All right, so let's ground into this weekend. Then we'll work with the emerald and try to bring in some balance and abundance into our universes. And I was told that it was the planetary alignment balance. Chloe, it's the perfect end. Thank you. That fits like a glove. I've been generally most of my life. I've been busted divine feminine, and then my dad is not his divine masculine, and my mother's karmic about divine masculine. So, and I'll state it. But so yeah, mansplaining, right? Men shouldn't, and this and that, and what? Yeah, when you have a mother that crushes your divine masculine, and then you have a father who's never studied any bit of his frame. Yeah, that total, and then you've got the balancing through the planetary alignment and where we physically are in the ascension timeline, right? Where if you have a broken divine feminine, you're moving into your fixing it and moving into your divine masculine. If you have a broken divine masculine, or divine, if you're either way, right? If you're a masculine, you're moving into your feminine, and vice versa. For me, I was born. My situation, I was raised in broken divine feminine, and so with that, that's a Cancer. Generally, most male Cancers still exude divine feminine energies because even as a male, you could say you're the father of the zodiac, but really we're still mothering. We still have that mothering energy, and so yeah. And if you were to meet me in person, yeah, I'm more divine feminine than I am. That's why I work with Kuan Yin to get to grace. Right now, I'm working to find my divine masculine, but yeah. So that fits like a glove, Chloe. It's just the shift. When you wake up, right? The shift out of waking up. This is going to be, and then we'll get into the thing. But when you shift out of waking up, right? And you start to pop into the fact that your source and all of that. Sometimes the climb, when you'll hit a plateau and you have to climb up and out, right? Like climbing out of a cave or a hole, or like if you're climbing out of the sewer, right? And so the climb out where you can see the light and you're like right there, or you're in the tunnel and you can see the end of the tunnel, is not so easy always. I'm going to be as honest, because you have to make a lot of changes within yourself. And so those changes, and that's kind of exactly where we're at with the planetary alignment. And so for a lot of us, we're having to make those changes not internally where we're just releasing stuff, but the external changes to make the shift. And so I think a lot of that is that in myself, but I know that it's feeling really heavy in the collective as well, that push forward shift out of the darkness. And if you're still in your darkness, that's fine. But what you'll find is the darkness, as you shift in your darkness, which will be easier and easier to shift out of as time goes, you'll have to make this shift at some point as well. So Suzette is a Virgo. There you go. I'm a Virgo moon. Virgo sun, Gemini moon, Scorpio rising. I'm a mixed bag of crazy. Not at all. Now, here's a thought and something to think about, and it's just a theory of mine. If your sun, I'm a Cancer sun, and my south node, right? Not my north node, which is a Capricorn, which is why I have to stand in my own frame, right? But as a south node, as a Cancer south node, the south node usually represents what you were past lifetime, right? Generally speaking, so what you're working to overcome from your past life. And so if you have your south node, this is just a theory, your south node and your north and your sun match. So my Cancer sun, born into Cancer, and Cancer south node, most likely, this is just an opinion, I feel that it's a rinse and repeat life, like you've done this before. So you're reliving in a lot of ways the same life almost, like the same lessons, the same. Are you going to get it this time? No? Okay, then you can do it again. But so that's what I am. That's all foreign talk to me. Um, Divine Feminine. Courtney just pulled from her deck for Flower Girls. At Chloe, we used to hold dandelions under our chin. If your skin glowed yellow, you were boy crazy. You should do a chart read. I should do a chart reading. You don't want to read my. You don't never want to read chart readings. I'm not good at reading charts. I have my own chart that I can interpret. If you want to read your chart and interpret it, the Pattern app. There's an app called the Pattern that I would highly recommend. I don't do astrology real well. I mean, I'm just kind of learning. So if you download the Pattern, put in your date of birth, where you were born and the time, it'll give you your chart, but it also has keys, like a full key. So you can go, okay, Cancer. My Cancer is in, and then you can see where you're at, and then you can just Google the placement. And but it'll also give you help on that, like a readout. And you can push it and then read it. Oh, my Pisces, my Cryon is in Pisces. What does that mean? And you can read through that. I'm just not, but just an idea. I have my chart, but don't know what it means. Yeah, I'm not the best at interpreting it without that. My best guess then, Bonnie, best bet, Bonnie, honestly, would be to go to, unless you can read it, if anybody here can read charts, would be to go to the Pattern app on Android or Apple, download it, and then put in your data just to get another chart. Or you can, and then it'll give you the symbols. It'll tell you, everything you need. It's all written right there. It's super easy. And that's actually how I taught myself how to read my own chart, was because they gave me all the keys. So I knew what each symbol meant. I knew, and then you can read it. So, okay, my first house is in Cancer, and the planet is in, and so you just, okay, and then I Google it. Oh, that's what it means. Really, it's not, we look at it, and without a key, it's like, what the hell am I looking at? But with the Pattern app, then you have the physical, each symbol. So this is the Leo symbol, this is and everything, and it's right there. So it interprets it for you. So I would recommend that as your best bet, unless there's somebody here. If you know how to interpret, if you're into astrology on my channel here, on our channel, the family, right? If you're part of the family that knows astrology, then send me an email, Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com. And Karen Suki, what does all those retrogrades mean? It means, technically, it means that it looks like it's going backwards. So the energies of that, but it's not. Just in reflection to the ecliptic of the sun, it looks like the planet would be going backwards, but it's truly not. But, because it can't. But it looks that way based on the way the sun and the planet. And so when it's in retrograde like that, then the energies of that are usually the opposites, like Mercury retrograde. Mercury is usually about good communication, working electronics, and flow, right? And so if Mercury goes in retrograde, then you're going the opposite of that. You're going to end up without flow, right? You're going to end up, generally speaking, technological issues. I've broken 3 cell phones, just lost 2 and destroyed 1 screen in the past 5 Mercury retrogrades. So if that tells you anything. Destroyed 2 cell phones, and then destroyed my old one to the point where I had to get another one, and then destroyed another one, and I fixed the screen, and then destroyed another one. So I've gone through like 4 cell phones. Three cell phones since and 5 Mercury retrogrades. So that's an idea of how the opposite things happen. Usually Mercury is about flow in technology, but ask anybody if their computers crashed, when, and then go see if it's been in a Mercury retrograde, right? Ask somebody when their car goes into the shop, when that was. Generally, probably some sort of Mercury retrograde. Or you can go to GG333 Academy and find out the days that you don't want to travel or you don't want to take a long road trip. And if you start your trip on that day, right. But it's all about, you can tile that in too, if you want to get crazy about it with numbers and such too. I've been told that you are out of the box. We are out of the box people, usually considered odd or weird. Absolutely. Often intuitive or psychic, all stuff this group, but don't fit in them. That would be me. That would be I. How many of us here were the last picked, right? The least popular, not totally least popular, but a lot of us didn't even know our frame. I didn't have any idea of who I was. I wasn't anywhere in my frame. I was just dealing with karmic energies my and trying to just swim through the karmic energies of my universe. But yeah, so guy just that guy just knows his stuff. GG33. Yeah, he's ego as hell. So if you watch GG333 or GGG333 Academy there, he's ego as hell. I have 2 of his videos in the in my playlist. One is the complete guide through 1 through 10, and then he does like 1 through 50 on numbers. But he's ego as hell. But he knows his stuff. Absolutely. But if you're offended by somebody who knows who will tell you they're the shiznit, so to speak, then when it comes to numbers, he really is the shiznit. He charges like $1,000 for a personal reading, but he could set your universe. He'll tell you where to live. Like, yeah, like that's how I know that if I'm an ox versus in the snake year, it's going to be amazing. And that if I move to Miami, Vegas, any of those heavier cities, I would do amazing, right? I mingle well in cities that have darker energies, heavier energies. It's just who I am as an ox. And so you can see that and get those correlations as well through GG33. All right, so let's ground into having a good weekend. On our end, we'll quickly work with the Emerald and close off for today. Thanks, guys. Yeah, as real as it gets. Sometimes it's not all woo, but yeah, I mean, even in this energy, however it is for you right now, and if you're in any sort of soup, if you stick your energies back a couple of years, what was the soup like back then? Probably a lot thicker, a lot less tasty, so to speak, and certainly not as much fun to eat, right? So all of our soups get better and thinner as time goes on. When you're in the soup now, just remember it wasn't anything like the soup was 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago when you were in your dark night or lost in the soul or lost in your ego or whatever it was, right? And how long does the soup last? Small bowl, right? We're not taking a big bath in the soup. It's not a bathtub of soup anymore. It's just a small bowl. And eventually we empty the bowl and then we feel fine again. But we have to sit there and let the soup simmer, right? Until it does. The soup was like a stew. Exactly. You, Scotty boy on the teeth there, right there. Yeah. So a few years ago, it was beef stew, right? We weren't sitting in soup. We were stirring in beef stew. And then, so now we're sitting in maybe some light tomato soup or tomato bisque, right? Something very light and not so heavy. Maybe some of you are in some chicken noodle or chicken broth, but yeah, so it's not like the beef stew or anything heavy like we would have back in the day. That's a good analogy there, Scotty. Thank you. I'm watching you guys and Courtney, stars of the morning, like 2 chats. Oh, nice. All right, so let's go ahead and ground into this weekend. We're going to ground into having an amazing weekend and getting out of the soup, right? None of us want to be in the soup this weekend because we got better things to do, right? And if you realize if you end up in the soup, there's a reason for it. Just kind of let it flow. Don't try to get. A lot of channels will tell you, "Hi, raise your vibration. Get out of the soup. Don't sit in the soup." No, sit in the soup. Do what you got to do because it'll clear, and then don't try to chase out of it. It just doesn't work. And if you let it go through you, then you're not holding on to it. If you chase out of it, then you're leaving a remnants of it in your field. If you just let it through you, then it's a whole nother deal. It does its own thing. Making beef stew for dinner tonight. Yummy. All right. Yummy. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll be at work, so I may order some. I have a 50% coupon for Uber Eats. You know, I DoorDash, right? Uber Eats gives me better deals and it's cheaper. So I have a 50% coupon to Uber Eats, so maybe I will do that. But who knows? And it's cheaper. It's it's weird. Is there's an Indian restaurant right next door, so I can Uber Eats it for pickup. Right? Check this out, and I'll get 50% off my order for $15 or more. But if I do, they won't. Yeah, so it's weird. So I'll just Uber and walk around and pick it up and save 50%. But yeah, so I could do that. Millie, I'm coming with mom. See you in several hours. All right. So yeah, again, mikase sukasa to those from last night in Truth Wave there who wanted to want to drive down to my place, so to speak. Absolutely. I sleep 5, so there we go. 2 on the couch, 2 on the bed, and I'll take the chair. So there we go. Or I can sleep at the table, put my head down. But all right, so this weekend. All right, so take a deep breath in. And as we breathe out, we're going to breathe out the soup. As we breathe in, we see ourselves with clearness, clarity, and an open space. So let's breathe in and breathe out the soup. Breathe in all clarity and awesomeness. And breathe out the soup. One more, right? Breathe in. And breathe out. All right, so let's do an invocation. White Buffalo Calf Woman's coming through, so bear with me. White Buffalo Calf Woman, we're going to do an invocation for your beautiful weekend. We are going to ground into your weekend. White Buffalo Calf Woman wishes you the most amazing weekend. White Buffalo Calf Woman, channeling through Josh, for you, wishes you all the love Mother Gaia has to offer for you. Wishes your path to be clear this weekend. See all energies that are not in flow cleared. White Buffalo Calf Woman sees your weekend as expansive as the amber waves of grain. Sees your weekend as clear as a mountain lake. Sees your weekend like an eagle soaring over the mountains. And we see your weekend like a herd of deer in a beautiful snowy day, eating the grass. May the weekend be the end to your traumas and dramas. And White Buffalo Calf Woman wants to see you riding off to your sunset and your horse to a better future this weekend. Love to you. All right, White Buffalo Calf Woman with an energy pop again. Yeah. It's like this bubble of energy just plunk in my head. All right, so White Buffalo Calf Woman with an invocation for this weekend to see us in a better weekend there. And so, yeah, can you see yourself as a clear mountain lake this weekend, or see your weekend as awesome as an eagle flying over a mountain? That's the question for you. Can you get out of your soup this weekend, or are you in the soup? That's going to be up to you. All right, so we're going to work with if you are in the soup, of course, reach out, check out the Truth Wave, check out Chloe and the Dawning. Email me if you're truly in the soup. Email me if I'm in the soup and you're in the soup. Then we both talk it out. We had in the soup, right? Email me. Burping. Sometimes I burp after I channel as well. I'm Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com, and we can end the soup together. I do appreciate Vermont maple syrup as well. Vermont. Like Vermont, New Hampshire, it's like where you don't want to go in the woods. People like alien. There's like the most places where people disappear in the woods is like New Hampshire and Vermont. You always hear those stories of like the people went in the woods in Vermont and New Hampshire and poof, kind of like in a national park, right? They just disappear. Don't take the empty steps in the national park. All right, so let's work with the emerald. I've never seen I always wonder. I mean, how they take how this turns into this, right? They're not like crushing emeralds together. It has to be a giant emerald that somebody actually peeled down into this. But either way, real maple syrup. There you go. As opposed to the high fructose corn syrup and such that we are accustomed to as maple syrup in America. Yeah, there you go. Read the back of your ingredients to your maple flavored syrup there, right? Not healthy. Maple syrup, much more healthy. Maple trees know what they're doing. Humans, when they put things, why is it when humans try to manufacture something, food-wise, it's always generally pretty terrible, not the best for you, right? But if nature puts it together, it's like perfect. Like, I have no idea, like honey, amazing, right? But corn syrup, weird. All right, there we go. All right, so your permission, energetics only works with your permission. If you stick around, that's your permission. If you don't, understand. Thumbs up or what have you. And you may feel this in your root and sacral chakras for abundance. And you may feel it in your heart or crown chakra as well. But generally, any blocks to abundance are in our root chakra and our sacral chakras. And those come generally from parental programming. All right. Again, we don't have any music. And at some point, we will endeavor to have music. Of course, it's kind of hard because it has to be uncopyrighted and all that. So I'm not going to sing or anything for you, though. And this won't be very long because we do have to get to the shop today. Canadian maple syrup is the way, but it'll soon be American maple syrup by default. Well, who knows? Just keep this in mind. You're saying the American maple syrup. I'm going to get karmic on the show here, but at the same time, remember the deal for the North American Union? I'll leave that alone. Look that up. I won't say anything. And I don't like to bring any of that, but look up North American Union. What is the deal? The Amero. Look that up. There you go. We say nothing, but we see the tea leaves, right? Ask your universe. You won't find some fun stuff. Ground your universe into asking it to see the threads. Just state it. I see the threads. And you just go about your universe. State it again. Thank you. I see those threads. I see the threads. And watch what you see. All right. 1717. So 17 in the chat, 17 likes. Are we going to, and I never forget, but are we going to check the numbers on the line, right? I'm showing 18 likes. Yes, it changed. Thank you. $19. Nope. You know what else I've learned is never trust the numbers on. Yeah. I've been on YouTube lives lately where I know there's 3 or 4 people and it's only been showing 1. So keep that in mind. And it showed 1 the entire live, but there was like 4 people in the chat. So. Sacred scribes, guys. Don't forget sacred scribes. Your universe speaks to you. All right, let's seal this off. Any blocks real quick? We're going to remove some blocks to abundance. And seal this off. Let's do. All right. And we will seal this off. And we will dedicate this energetic to one of my favorite now deceased actors, Gene Hackman. All right. So we dedicate to Gene Hackman. Singing fluorite. We could do that. La 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 la. All right. Yeah, I get the sudden urge to watch the chase scene in The French Connection, which is probably the most dangerous and reckless chase scene ever made. If you ever watched the chase scene in The French Connection, it's insane. Christy, good dawning. All right, so let's close this off. Everybody have an amazing weekend. We're going to close this off with a group hug. And thank you, guys. And if I will see you all 24 or 23 hours from now in the dawning. Of course, ISIS is posted. So if you check out ISIS, I'm going to match the cards from today. Ask your universe. Today, this is your challenge for the weekend. I challenge you. And the Monday, we're going to go over our goals, too. Because it takes a while, but the third goal of our little goals. But ask your universe this weekend to see the threads. I challenge you to go, all right, universe, show me the threads. Get loud. Let me see what I am missing, right? And join us at Christie's next. So I'm not going to take too much more time. So she's going to start, and then we can all flow into Christie's. And I got to go to Trabajo anyways, to the crystal shop, right? And fun. All right, so here we go, guys. All right, so lean in, if you would, and left arm up on the shoulder of your person to your left, right arm up to your shoulder to the person to your right. Energetics, just like anywhere else, flows through the internet just as easily. So love can flow through us as a family while we're sitting here in our homes. So take it to your left hand and spin it around, or at work, wherever you are, and pull it in through your right arm there. And we send love to each other. And that love circles through us, and you may feel it coming right across your heart chakra there. All right. We send love to everybody in this video, watching this video, everybody who has watched this video, will watch this video, or is going to consider watching this video and may only watch 10 seconds of it. We send you love. And if you look at it and scroll past, we love you even more. All right. There you go. All right. We send love to all those out there in the universe who are struggling, those who have housing issues. May you find secure four walls. May you find a roof over your head, and may you find shelter on this planet. Those who are without food in their pantry, may we find their pantries full of food, full of love, and full of peace. Those who wake up without a hug, and that's part of why I flip out sometimes in the morning, is waking up in the dead space, right? May you find a hug, right? That's part of my soup. May you find a hug. May you step into a group of friends and a group of universe that is aligned with you. May all of us out there who are struggling with anything find peace. Rick, best health. Lindsay, wherever you are, favor. May you find an amazing place to live. And of course, we see Lindsay stepping out and hugging her children. Henny, we see Henny finding the most palatial place ever on Long Island or in wherever she wants to move to. And of course, we see Henny running that marathon, right? When Henny comes out here, we're going to climb a 14er, right? There we go. And we see everybody out there who's having issues. We see Suzette healing with her mom and driving off for a 4-day respite with peace in her soul alone. We see everybody out there in limbo situations finding the peace and balance in their universe. And we find everybody in abundance. We see Chloe selling out her crystals. We see Laura not having time to schedule another reading. Everybody's universe is busy, abundant, and amazing. We see all of those in the world finding their passion, their peace, and their purpose. We see Mother Gaia clean of all forever chemicals and plastics. We see the birds flying free in clean air that we get to breathe, right? No tic-tac-toe. And we get to see the universe, Mother Gaia, as spring is springing, bringing love and light back to herself into our universe. As the green reappears, the sun shines warmer, the birds fly higher, and the robin shows its red breast. May your weekend be full of peace and love. May you find serenity in whatever it is you are doing this weekend. And may abundance, joy, and everything amazing be there for you. As this, we say hallelujah, and so it is. All right, guys, thanks for sticking around for that. And I love you. Get over to Christy there. She is live, not Memorex. And I will see you all in 23 hours with Chloe, where we will talk crystals and talk Chloe's amazing self. And we will see all of you as well tonight, hopefully in the chat, at least at Victor's. It's not my channel, but we all end up there. So we'll see you at Victor's tonight at 9:45 Eastern time. And yeah, so much love, guys. Remember, it's your universe. Everything you do or don't do helps to create your loving universe. So if you're still in your darkness, allow it to flow through you. Release it to your highest self. And when you do that, get out there and ground if you can. And when you do all that, you find you're in your light body, right? Your cells spread out. Your body vibrates faster. You physically feel like you've lost weight. That's the greatest weight loss program in the world, is the Dark Night of the Soul, right? And you help to, you step into your loving, living universe. All right, guys. Stay awesome because you are. I love you all. And I will see you all in the next. Thank you for being here.